Hi everyone, I'm Associate Professor Francine Marques from Monash University in Australia, and I'm here to talk to you about the dietary fiber recommendations that were published in the Lifestyle Management of Hypertension paper in the Journal of Hypertension. So what is known is that as we increase our fiber intake, there is a decrease in all-cause mortality. And this is primarily driven by a decrease in cardiovascular disease, as well as stroke incidence and mortality. And a primary risk factor that is associated and drives this decrease is a decrease in systolic blood pressure. But a major issue that we have is that we're just not eating enough fiber in our diet every day. And this is everywhere around the world. So the recommendation that we have from this paper, and this is based on findings from Reynolds et al. Published in The Lancet in 2019, is to have a minimum 25 to 29 grams a day. So based on those responses curves, that's what they found to be ideal for prevention of disease and mortality. As you can see here in this curve showing cardiovascular incidence, you can see in the linear model that there is this bigger dip when we get to about 25 grams a day. However, if we look in terms of cardiovascular mortality, the benefit continues much past behind that. And because of that, we ideally recommend even higher levels if people can manage at least 30, if not 35 grams. In terms of implementation, we need to look into two major aspects. The first one being community implementation, where we need to be raising more community awareness programs and improving education about foods that contain fiber and its benefits. Something that I hear frequently when I give talks is that people come to me and say, I'll better eat more salad. And unfortunately, lettuce leaves and some tomatoes, they're not going to have a lot of fiber. So even within our well-educated community, people still don't know what foods contain fiber. And the other thing that we need to consider is policies and tax incentives and how we advocate for that to be able to benefit other groups as well. Importantly, people from low socioeconomic groups that will have like a bigger impact, that we know that food insecurity is an issue. And what we can do as well is to try to advocate and raise awareness through personal implementation. So talking to people about what types of food contain fiber and how they can find them. And the good news is that there are lots of different types of food that are high in fiber that are also easy to store. So even for people that live in remote locations, they may be able to have access to some of these types of food. And of course, there are many others also that have high fiber. Here, just some of the key examples that are usually readily accessible, and also they don't have a very high cost associated with them. So this include kidney beans and other types of beans as well, also chickpeas, edamame, oats, pear and apples with this cane, broccoli, muesli, pasta, and so on. And in terms of what is new, what we have known for decades is that fiber and diets high in fiber, such as the DASH and Mediterranean diets, they reduce blood pressure and cardiovascular risk and mortality. However, we didn't know why and how that happened. And through our research and then of others, what we have discovered is that this happens by the gut microbiota. So diets high in fiber, what happens is that fiber always reaches our large intestine intact, where some types of fiber can be fermented by the microbiota, particularly by bacteria. And this fermentation leads to production of metabolites known as short-chain fatty acids, particularly acetate, propionate, and butyrate. And we have shown, and this was followed also by work by others, that these short-chain fatty acids were able to lower blood pressure in animal models. However, then the key question was whether this was also able to be translated. So what we did was to design a crossover placebo-controlled double-blind phase 2 randomized clinical trial to test whether short-chain fatty acids could lower blood pressure in untreated hypertensive patients. So these patients were randomized into either the placebo or a diet that was enriched by short-chain fatty acids. So it's a fiber supplement that has been chemically modified to deliver very high levels of short-chain fatty acids. And they were on either arm of the study for 3 weeks with a washout period of 3 weeks in between. So participants then had blood collected 12 hours after the last meal. And what we can see is that even 12 hours later, there's still higher levels of short-chain fatty acids. And when we looked into their blood pressure, we can see that there was in 3 weeks, placebo-subtracted treatment mean difference, decrease in blood pressure with short-chain fatty acids of 6 millimeters mercury for 24 hours systolic blood pressure. So this shows that short-chain fatty acids indeed lower blood pressure in untreated hypertensive patients. Of course, we need now longer-term trials as well as larger trials, and also trials in other groups of patients to see who else could benefit. If you're interested in reading more about this is the reference of this paper. And if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with our website, email, or also X. Thank you.